Hey everybody, welcome into the Nesson Studios. Michaela Vernava here, joined on the line by John Campbell, our sports analyst at OddsShark.com. I like to call him Johnny OddsShark. John, how you doing?
Doing great, Michaela. Been a little while since we chatted. A lot has happened in Patriots land since we talked last.
It certainly has. A lot has happened, and I'm glad to hear you're doing well, but the Celtics, they're not doing well. They just lost their fourth game in a row last night, also haven't been covering the spread. What are their future odds looking like at this point, given their current track record?
Well, surprisingly, their futures odds haven't moved very much at all. They were 14-1 going into the game against the Trailblazers, and they've actually dropped a little bit. They're now much closer to 10-1 at most books, and I think the effort level, even though they lost, the effort level was up, and that's why some money came in on the Celtics at 14-1, but they're still among the favorites at 10-1. A little surprising considering the way they played lately.
That is surprising, and it does kind of echo what Brad Stevens said after the game, too. He said he was actually pleasantly surprised or pleasantly satisfied. I don't know. He was happy with his team's performance despite the loss. Like you said, he was happy with the effort they were putting out on the court and thought he saw an improvement, even though they still got an L. But the Bruins, on the other hand, have been doing really well, winning 10 of their past 12 games. What are their Cup futures odds looking like?
Yeah, Bruins have won 10 of their last 12, and the two losses weren't in regulation time. So they're looking good. Even without Pasternak, they're looking really good. They're at 10-1 to win the Cup right now, and just a great bet from game to game. They've been seeing underdog odds their last 4 games here, and they've just been playing really well. Good goaltending. They're getting scoring, playing well defensively here. If you bet $100 on every game over those 12 games during this streak here, you'd be up close to $600. So they've been a great bet game to game. They're still among the favorites to win the Stanley Cup this year as well.
Well, John, it's great to talk with you. Always great to get your advice. We'll definitely want to check in with you next week and keep tabs on these Bruins and Celtics.
Sounds good. Thanks, Michaela.